it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast, grab a chair, fill your glass. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast, grab a chair, fill your glass.
Hey, welcome to the Really Charlie Podcast. Here on Facebook Live, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We are also part of WNB1 Radio, 262 Union Street, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Just wanted to come on, man. Scheduled day is Tuesday, 6 p.m. And so got to keep on moving forward as things go. Something happened with my guest. I can't, I'll have to figure that out later. Anyways, glad to see you. And like I said, I'm part of WNB1 Radio in the historic downtown New Bedford, 262 Union Street. Please check us out at WNB1, spell out the word one.com. And check out all the different shows, podcasts, the great music, 24 hours, 7 days out of the week. Please add WNB1 Radio to your devices, be an Apple or Android, and get to listen to the likes of DJ B Mags and many others. There's a few others that come on. I haven't been playing music lately. Really want to get back to it, but I gotta kind of concentrating on these podcasts as guests are coming through for me, and I have to make sure I get them on there. With only having one scheduled day, it makes it much more difficult to get things going. But no big deal. What I want to do is I'm not going to lose this opportunity to kind of get on here and talk about a few things. And some of the things that are going on, we are changing, the political scene is changing. Joe Biden dropped out of the race. Donald Trump was nearly assassinated. It's crazy. The world is going crazy. Regardless of anybody's beliefs, whether for him or against him, definitely don't want to see another human being killed. But there were some lapses, total security lapses by the Secret Service, which is leading to their director of the Secret Service stepping down, and rightfully so, because not only was there attempt on our former president, but there was also a man that died. So that's tragic in itself. And so if you are in charge of the security detail and there is some holes in your security, then guess what? When things become fatal, you are definitely going to be the fall guy or girl. In this case, it was a girl. I'm glad that they are definitely correcting the issue, and maybe as we go forward in the election process nationally, things will be much more secure. Vice President Kamala, can never pronounce her name. Vice President Harris will be in the running, and she's definitely created a buzz rather, and $81 million raised in 24 hours. It's amazing. So it's going to be interesting. So as we on this podcast, I am really going. What's up, Joey? How you doing, man? Nice seeing you. Nice hearing from you. Appreciate your support. Getting on me earlier about my love, constant love and support, man. I'm Charlie Perry, man. Got to do my thing here. But I'm looking to add some guests to the podcast in studio at 262 Union Street. I need to add some guests um, from between August and September. Excuse me, August and throughout September. I'm looking to add some guests on the show um, in studio. And so if you know anybody that's interested, get in touch with me because we have several opportunities, not just in August and September, but I want to try to fill that schedule so we can put it in the radio schedule and on the agenda. So as you go to that website, names will be there on the website so you can see who's coming up and when they're coming up. So I want to kind of lock that down and try to be a little bit more organized for you. So, but the men's basketball, Olympic basketball, kind of, it's okay to win in the games. They're not the medal round, but guess what? I'm just always a firm believer that if it's the United States against anybody in basketball, we should win and win by a large margin, win the best around the court. Sometimes we water down our rosters and other countries don't. So when we match up, there's we kind of win by the skin of our teeth. So, but this team, there's no reason that why they should be losing to anyone, or even the margin being closer than 10 points. That's my opinion, and want to kind of give a shout out to B Mags of WNB1 and his post, and one of the things he talks about is just, there's always this talk about, the players of today can beat the dream team. Well, in Brian's post, you got to throw that out the door because dream team wouldn't be putting up numbers like that and even having competitive games come that close, So I think that argument has been won from last year's team. From the team 4 years ago, I believe it was, and to the team now. The players of today just don't have that killer instinct, and other countries do. And so when it comes down to it, they're ready to give the A game like Sudan did. They came to play. They said, lace them up. So, hold on one second, man. I think I'm hearing from my guest right now. So let's see what's going on here. All right. All right, everyone. What I'm going to do is I got a text message from my guest, and it looks like she has to schedule for a later time. So we'll be back on in an hour, and we'll get that going in an hour. So please come back and join me in an hour with my guest, Tami Torres of the podcast, the G.E.M. That's on YouTube, so she'll be back on, all right? So feel free to join me. Let's make it 7:30. 7:30, I'll be back on. All right, and we'll get this going. All right, take care.